Good morning. Welcome back to Terra Cruz Farms. It is June 22nd, 2026, and I'm just out here this morning getting these clones ready to go in the greenhouse later today. This is their first day out here in the real world. Took these about 12 days ago. This is the second round of clones we've done. I ended up giving away a lot of the other ones we did. But I wanted to get a Caribbean Queen cut, so hoping one of these is really healthy and will make it through this hardening off process. The last batch we got about a 5 out of 7 of them to root, so feeling pretty good about this batch right here. But yeah, it's been a busy couple weeks here again since we've last checked in here for a Terra Cruz Farms episode. The garden's going strong. Had a bit of a weird weather pattern the last couple weeks, but also not that weird at the same time. Here in California, we get what's called a June gloom here on the West Coast. Specifically, if you're on the coast. Oh, look, there's a banana slug chilling near my marigold, taking a nap. Awesome little dude right there. Gonna have to relocate him though, because I have a feeling he's probably munching on these plants, and these aren't the plants I want him to munch on, so I would probably relocate him. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. So we get this thing called a June gloom here in California. Specifically on the coast, we get a lot of fog that gets sucked inland, and so we just get covered with fog for days at a time. Some days it doesn't burn off, so a lot of last week it was just soaking wet. We never saw the sun one time, but luckily this week, pretty much starting yesterday on the solstice, the sun came out, and the rest of the week's looking pretty sunny. We still did have some morning fog that burned off, but that's pretty normal. It usually burns off around 10 a.m. And so yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's about 11 a.m., so completely burned off. Clear skies. So today, hopefully we're going to dry out a little bit. Haven't been having to water very much at all the last couple weeks. Yeah, the rain and the humidity and all the moisture we get from the ocean's just been kind of doing the job for me. So it's been really easy as in terms of all of this vegetable action we got going on. But cannabis, different story. But so just give you guys a little walkthrough update. Show you guys where everything's at in its growth. So one thing that's doing really well in this garden is the cilantro, man. Pretty much everywhere I've been harvesting it so often, and it just grows back super quick. Like this stuff is ready to go right here too. Just come in here and you just chop it like that. Really likes the climate we're in. Tomatoes in the fabric pots have been doing super well compared to the tomatoes in the bed. As you can tell, these were all planted at the same time too. So the 5 gallons, I mean, even the peppers too. So like, look at the pepper in there compared to the pepper right here and here in the fabric pot, compared to this guy in the bed, and then this tomato right here compared to her. Like, the difference, even in the 3 gallon back here. Like, this guy's doing pretty well, but just a lot of stuntedness. Maybe it's the closeness I have them all planted. I mean, I really did jam pack these beds, and I also did not know the health of these beds before I planted in these. I did do some amending and some soil work here before I planted everything, but these are 2 brand new beds I've never worked in before, so had no idea where everything was at in terms of health. And so everything looks to be doing fine, but the growth is a little slower than the fabric pots, and maybe that's because these get extra air and they have more of a wet and dry back cycle compared to the bed where it can stay wet longer. But I don't know, it can be a multitude of things. through here. See, look at this banana slug. So this is why we gotta move this guy, because he's actively chewing on this plant. So what we're gonna do, we'll do it right here live on camera, dude. This is a Santa Cruz garden problem. So we're gonna grab a stick. We're gonna pull him off. Be gentle with him. Very gentle. I'm gonna balance him very nicely on this stick. And then we're gonna place him over here in the shade. There you go, buddy. And there he goes. That was live on camera. Relocation of a banana slug. These are all bush beans and arugula hiding under there. Yeah, this is like a baby forest of seedlings. Look at these fucking flowers, though. This is the craziest looking flower. Jalapenos branching. Pumpkins doing their thing. Onion. Look at that little baby. Just not really growing. Alright. Time for the good stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. Welcome to the greenhouse. Durban poison autoflower. Durban poison autoflower. Lemon metal diesel clone from the last batch. Same here, lemon metal diesel clone from the last batch. Lemon metal diesel that we had in the bed that we saved her life after she was getting destroyed by bugs, and now she's just growing super well and coming back to life. And we actually had to top her because she's just growing super quick, and we're gonna try to bush her out because damn, I could see her getting too big from this tent too quickly. Another Durban autoflower over here. So yeah, these clones, I've been giving clones away to everybody because I can't have more than 6 plants here in California, and this is 6 right here. So yeah, I've been giving clones to my friends, and even my boss at my job gave him a clone, because everybody loves a clone, dude. Everybody loves a little baby. But yeah, man, I'm just like nursing them to health, keeping them alive, and then giving them to people, because I'm trying to spread homegrown, dude. That's the whole point of this channel, is to show you guys how easy it is to do homegrown on a small scale. This is a small 6x6 greenhouse I have in my like very small limited area that I do have to do these things. And so I just work with what I have in the limited space that I have, with the materials that I have on hand, like these milk crates I reuse to lift these fabric pots off the ground so they're closer to the lights, like stuff like that, man. You got to get creative, stringing up lights. It's a fun project, man. That's how you become a good gardener, is just like doing things with what you have to make things work. So you'll find out how creative you are when you really want your plants to thrive. So, and look at ours, this solar fan's starting to kick on now that the sun is finally starting to come through to the greenhouse, and so they're getting some mixed light right now with the sun and the lights, but those will kick off here in a minute. But yeah, that's the greenhouse. Let's go take it in on to the mother room, where we have some plants. See, lights just went off. Like I said, you guys saw it happen in real time. As you can see, the lights turn off at the perfect time that the sun starts to transition over here, and it will get it to about 100 degrees in here later, and I'll come take you guys in here, like I said. Alright, So here we are on the 4x2. We got the puff, the Caribbean, and the lemon metal. We did a 5-week veg on these, and on 6/10 we flipped to 12/12. Today is 6/22, so it's been 12 days since we flipped. And yes, we are starting to see some white pistils coming out, and we are getting some major stretch action going on every single one of these plants. But it's good to see. Took them a couple days to really get the hormones flowing and to see any sort of white pistils. I'm just double checking and make sure I can see some on her. Yes, I see some there. So she is starting to go into flower as well, which I was kind of worried about with her being a Caribbean queen. I've heard that you can actually veg her under 12/12, but look, it's looking like she's actually going into flower under 12/12. So that is really good to see. I had to come in here the other day and do a major defoliation down here because we were just having crazy humidity issues. As you guys can see, we actually had some crazy mycorrhizal activity coming out of these pots. So much so that I actually had to increase some airflow down here because I think we're on the verge of getting some mold. I had some white fuzzy, microbiology going on at the top of the soil, and it was from kind of lack of airflow down here. So I got a lot of defoliation done. The benefit of these auto pots is, yes, everything is staying consistently moist, but that mycorrhizae and the roots are going crazy in these right now. The roots are still just like popping out, and the plants are really healthy and really enjoying the auto pot system, but I'm having trouble controlling humidity in the tent as a whole. The exhaust is pretty much running 24/7. Granted, we do live in Santa Cruz, and we are in a very humid climate due to being like a mile or two from the ocean, so we are just humid all the time. Even if it feels dry, trust me, the humidity is high. We're right by the biggest body of water there is, the Pacific Ocean. So I got a new humidifier in here, which is helping, but it's fighting, man. It's really fighting. And then I got some fans actually just only down here for the lower canopy. I'm gonna have to come down and do another defoliation. I'm probably gonna come so you can see they're getting real big. Actually, let me pull back. So yeah, they're filling out this tent. They're about a little bit over halfway filling it up, and like these lights are getting pretty close to the canopy, man. So we're gonna really see if they have any more stretch in them, or if cat is crying over there, if they have any more stretch in them, or if this is pretty much gonna be it for the stretch. We'll see. But yeah, they're going for it for sure. They're definitely going for it, which is, it's good to see. Good to finally see that they got the hormones going, and we're gonna get some flowers here popping out in a couple weeks. But yeah, it's been pretty automatic. This whole system here is very automatic. I actually took the carbon filter off it, try to see if I can suck up some air a little bit quicker to get some air out of here, because yeah, I'm having trouble with the humidity. Right now we're sitting at about 60, but I actually have the doors open and all that, and it's a nice hot day outside, so we are getting some heat that's helping with the humidity. But yeah, I've been having trouble at night, especially. Like, that exhaust is running, and it is sitting at about 70% humidity right now at night, which is a little bit too high for what I want during flower. I want to have it sitting around 60 at most at night. So I'm working on that. It's really just, it's these auto pots are awesome, but there is a lot of water just sitting in these, so that is contributing to a lot of the humidity. And so I'm just battling that, and I'm trying to figure out a good way to do that. But so far, been a little bit of a struggle, but good thing we're figuring this all out before we're in late flower, where we really want to keep the humidity down in here, because we definitely don't want to have 70% humidity when we have some buds in here. That will be mold heaven, so yeah, man, these Caribbean queen leaves are just fucking gigantic. I've been posting shorts about what I've been doing with them. I did a lot of defoliation, and I took a lot of those leaves, and I've been making smoothies, and you can use those to make salads or whatever you want. But yeah, man, that's the benefit of this auto system, is like I come in here once a day, twice a day maybe, just to look at them, check them out, make sure that everybody's looking happy. But other than that, you know, I'm really not doing much. These plants are really just doing their own thing. All I really do is make sure that I keep filling this thing with water, because this thing is holding the reservoir in there, and it's getting drained into here like I showed you guys in the last video. But yeah, it's all automatic, bro. I mean, this shit is so easy, low key. You don't have to worry about I'm just looking at these. I'm seeing some leaf curl and some burn, but these ones are right rubbing up against the tent wall. And yeah, everything's looking really healthy. I'm really liking the green, deep green on this puff pastry in the middle. Yeah, so I didn't say it, but this is the lemon, this is the puff, this is the Caribbean. Excited to see what these guys look like when they start throwing out some real buds. This Caribbean Queen is a landrace sativa, man, so I actually I know she's still going to stretch, so I'm going to have to do some reorganizing up top here probably pretty soon. But yeah, man, this is pretty much the update for this week. Flower, man. Love watching them go from their veg cycle to flower, but it's scary when they stretch, because you never know how much they're actually going to stretch. And so this puff pastry is more doable. I'm just like thinking about, you know, in the future, the stretch on her is a lot less. It looks like she's more of a hybrid, indica leaning hybrid, so way less stretch compared to this sativa on the right and this landrace sativa on the left. So yeah, really interesting. That's why I love growing different flavors. You know, you can do tenths of just one strain, you can do tenths of, you know, 2 strains, 3 strains. I like to have as many flavors as possible. This is all test runs for me, you know, and we can find something good out of these, something I like. And if not, we'll just move on to the next. That's the benefit of just like having access to so much genetics. And there is all the talk about the seed ban and all that, and so I do think as home growers we should be looking into taking more clones and getting the clones back in style, which I know kind of out of style almost right now. It's like nobody's selling clones, it's all seeds. But seeds are really beneficial too, and we got to keep seeds going. So I'm definitely looking into getting some regular seeds here soon and doing a breeding project, and hopefully in the very, very distant future probably have a seed line, genetic line come out with some seeds that I really want to stand by. But until then, I'm still searching for some genetics that I really would have fun crossing and doing a whole genetic line and run and pheno hunt for. But right now I'm just having fun growing different flavors, trying them out, seeing what really sticks, what doesn't. Been smoking on my granny candy, my jelly donuts from the last harvest. Really enjoying those sativas, really nice. But I am missing some more indica for the nighttime, so I'm looking into doing some indica on the next run. Summer I like to focus on sativas, and so that's why we're kind of focusing on our sativas right now, because it's just a good time. I think nature likes sativas in the summer. For some reason, summer sativa, winter indica kind of just makes sense to me for some reason. So definitely going to be doing a lot of indicas here in the fall, winter grow. But this summer, it's all sativas, baby. So we'll be smoking a lot of sativa here soon. My favorite. But I'm going to have to come in here and do another defoliation pretty heavily in a week or so. I'm just letting them recover from that first one. But they didn't seem to mind it at all. They did not take a hit to them at all. But yeah, so like this branch down here, should have took a clone off that, honestly. But man, giant dinosaur leaves. Alright guys, so that's it. Come check in with you guys. Like I said, check the shorts out. I'm active there every day, posting something. And also check out terracruz.co. I got all the merch, hats, hoodies, tees, stickers, mugs, all that, if you like the branding we got going on. And also my girlfriend also sells tea, like herbal tea blends, She started her branch of the company called Terra Cruz Botanicals, and so she sells organic herbs, herbal blends for tea that are non-related to cannabis, completely non-related to cannabis, but also related just in the sense of like overall well-being and health-related stuff. But it's just like, regular herbs that go in tea. And we just actually launched that the other day. So those 2 blends that she have are available now on our website, terracruz.co, and you can also get the merch for Terra Cruz Farms there. And yeah, man, I encourage you guys to go check that out and give it a peek. Thank you guys for checking in. Terra Cruz Farms. Peace.